One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand. Left hand. Both hands. Once you got that and the rhythm feels really solid, you can introduce simple variations of this rhythm, like that one. So what I just did, I just added a double stroke on the left hand. You can also add it into every bar. Counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 is an odd number. That's why your hands are going to alternate. So you probably notice that the bass changes every time you play it with the different hands. Now, part number 2 is just simple 6 single strokes. Just like this. Now let's connect both parts. Part number 1 and number 2. Let's do it in a slower tempo. Once you got the rhythm solid, you can add variations. Variation number 1. It's basically even simpler than the basic beat. Now I will weave in the variation into the rhythm. Variation number 2, it's slightly a little bit more complicated, but it's adding a lot to the rhythm. Sounds like this. Slow tempo. So again, we can break it down into two parts. Part number 1 that you already know, and part number 2. So this is part number 2 only. And with the rhythm. With the counting. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Your dominant hand plays simple bass beat and it doesn't change. So let's start from a slow tempo and the main pulse. Your left hand plays around it. One, two, three, 4. 1 2 3 4. Right hand. Left hand. Both hands. Once you got that rhythm solid, you can add some variations like that one. Slow tempo. First important thing in learning the rhythms is slow tempo. If you can play rhythm well in slow tempo, you will be able to play it well in fast tempo. But that doesn't work the other way around. Fast tempo sounds cool, but the way to the fast tempo is slow tempo. Why this is important? Because your body is learning a new movement. And the process of learning your body is a little bit different just than intellectual learning that we are all used to. So your body is learning through slow tempo. So you have to introduce a new movement in slow tempo. And by slow, I mean really slow. I'll just show you what I mean by slow tempo. Let's say you want to learn a new rhythm, like that one. slow tempo, this rhythm in slow tempo will sound like this. So here, I make sure that I control my hands and I can feel the groove is steady. Once you got it in slow tempo, you can gradually and slowly start to speed up. But you don't want to jump to fast tempo right away. We will be speeding up gradually to the fastest tempo you feel comfortable with. If you just feel that the rhythm is getting wonky and you're not quite sure what you're doing, you don't want to even go there. This is not a progress. So you want to reach the highest tempo that you can still play in solid rhythm and stay there for a moment. I will show you. I'm starting from a slow tempo. I can feel that this is the fastest I can play and be still in control of what I'm doing. I can feel that if I will go faster than that, the rhythm will not be solid. So I don't want to go there. So just stay at this tempo for a while and then gradually start slowing down back. What I found very helpful in teaching a rhythm is creating some kind of a simple melody or a song around the rhythm. So it's basically singing or vocalize the rhythm. Example, let's take this rhythm. I can create simple melody or vocalize the rhythm like this. Tunka 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 tunka. This is approaching a rhythm from the level of the language, and it creates totally different connection in your brain. A language is something much more natural than counting in numbers. So it helped many of my students to get through difficult rhythms. Don't be discouraged that you might think that it sounds foolish. It is a good method and it might help you. Try it. If it's not helping, you don't need to use it. The other important thing is your left hand. So we say that every drummer has a left hand, but what we really should say is that every drummer has a dominant hand and a secondary hand. You've been training your dominant hand for your whole life by writing, eating, and doing all other things that requires skillfulness and precision. The secondary hand never got the training. That is why it's not so skillful and precise. That means you will have to give more attention when it comes to your secondary hand. Spend more time practicing it. And the last thing I want to say here, be patient with your non-dominant hand. What I discovered is that the best teacher of your secondary hand is your dominant hand. So, for example, if you want to learn to play simple single strokes like this, and you can hear that the right hand, or your dominant hand, left hand in case of lefties, will be always stronger. but you want to be able to play the rhythm like this. You want to be able to play like there's no difference between left and right hand. So the best way is to watch your right hand and try to copy the movement with your left hand, or dominant hand with and the secondary hand. Like this. Slow tempo. The other useful tip is to play with one hand on your lap. Sometimes it's difficult to understand and hear what is the part of your left and right hand in the rhythm. So what is very helpful here is to play the rhythm with one hand on your lap. So you'll be able to hear exactly what part is for the right hand and the left hand and be able to adjust it. Here is an example. Okay, so now I can hear the part of the right hand. And here is the part of the left hand. And together. Again, right hand, left hand. Both hands. Super useful tool to help you keep the tempo is a metronome. We all have a natural tendency to speed up or slow down, and we don't hear it when we are playing. The metronome can help you to control that. It is only for practicing. Once you will internalize the timing, you won't need it. But on the beginning, it's helping a lot. Thank you all for joining me in this class. We've got a lot more great music lessons here at Ditch Project, so I highly encourage you to subscribe to this channel here on YouTube and get the latest updates. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.